Good evening and welcome to Sea Fishing with CJ. We're down on the beach at Langney Point tonight. Basically because the weather's about to change. I think we've had a long spell of lovely sunny weather, very calm seas, etc. And as a consequence of that, the Smoothounds have arrived in number and in good size. But I suspect that perhaps tonight might be the last night. So we've come down here to try and get the best of this action and see if we can't pick ourselves up a nice smoothie. So although I don't tend to try and declare my target species, I am declaring tonight that the target is Smoothounds. Okay, well, we've only been down here a very short time, a couple of minutes, and I've already had a knock on my left-hand rod. Let's see if that develops into anything. There's 3 hooks out there, so if we miss one, might pick up something on the other 2. Got some lovely black lug, which I got from Tony's Tackle, which I got several days ago, and they've been in the fridge, but they're still as fresh as the day they were dug. Amazing, great big fat boys. I went to Tools and Tackle in New Haven today. Well, I phoned them up initially and said, have they got any peelers? And they basically hadn't got any, they were all spoken for. So anyway, about half an hour later, I got a text message from them saying they're just about to get some softies in. Did I want some? So, oh yeah, do I want some? I've got myself 6 nice soft crab. I'm not planning on an immensely long session here. Once I use those 6 crab up, then I'm probably going to call it a night. But I've got plenty of worm. I've got some ragworm as well, actually. So I might try putting some rag out there. I wasn't sure what the condition of my black lug was, to be truthful. So that's why I got the rag. But much to my amazement, when I just unwrap them now, they are as good as the day they were dug. So that's really good news. So nothing seems to be happening on that left on rod now, but it was definitely a good tug on it just now. So here we are, fishing down at the, whoa, definitely going there now, definitely got a bite on there. Let's see if we can get it on film. Sod's law, it'll turn the camera away to look at me, and the rod goes up and down like a mad thing. Let's have a look, see if it does it again, and then we'll strike into it. Yeah, there it goes. So there's something on there still. So let's put the camera down and film whatever it is getting landed. So I think it'd be good to have a nice place to start my account. Look at that beauty. Happy with that? Happy with that. That is a nice size place. First cast. Woohoo! I think this might be the first smoothie. Yeah, woo. Swimming from side to side. It's not taking a run though yet. Oh, there it is. Oh, nice fish. Nice fish. Oh, beauty! Look at that! Woohoo! Well made up with that. That is definitely my PB. That is definitely my PB. Look at that beauty. Look at that beauty. Whoa! Well made up with that. Well made up with that. Hey! It's all happening too quick. Well, that was all a little manic for a moment there. Plaice and a Smoothound all in about 5 minutes of each other, and in the middle of that someone could tangle in my line as well, so it was all happening. I just hope that I pressed the record button when I went down to pick up the Smoothound. I think I did, but it was recording when I thought I'd switched it off a bit later on, so I'm a bit worried about it, but we'll find out. Hopefully I've certainly got some stills of the smoothie, and touch wood, although I won't be bothered if it isn't, hopefully it's not the only one tonight. Tide is well on its way in. Had to move all my gear at the beach. Left the rods down on the water's edge for the time being, but they're going to have to move soon as well, I think. I've got my little spinning rod with me as well because I've been going down to tide mills or to Seaford every evening as the sun goes down, because the beginning of the week there was a big school of, I think probably little horse mackerel chasing whitebait, but whatever. So every day I've gone down there with a spinning rod, they've not been there, but I have heard rumours that they've been around here. So I'm hoping that as the sun goes down we might get a bit of spinning action as well, which will be fun. So anyway, things are looking really up. Spectacular sky. Look at those wispy mare's tails up there. That is an indication of the changing weather. Cold front coming. Right, discovered another surefire way of ensuring that you get a bite is change the battery on your camera, because I was halfway through a battery change and my right hand rod starts bouncing around. Stopped doing it now, but we have got 3 baits out there. Plaice, they do gorge the hook. Once they're on generally. So we'll leave it a little longer and see what happens. See if we can get the bite on the camera next time. Because it all happened so quickly in such a short period of time, I'm now sitting here thinking, well, I haven't had a bite for 5 minutes. What's going wrong? When in fact it's normal. I would like to do some time lapse of this cloud whispering through. So I might do that. You might end up with a speeded up video of me landing a fish, but we'll do it. So let's do it on town. Let's stop the camera. Camera while we're doing this. Bring the camera down to look at these baits. Right, so for my viewers in the States who probably aren't familiar with this style of fishing, we're fishing with a breakaway lead on the bottom. It's got wires, but they will break out if, when you pull, but it stops the thing sliding around until I'm ready for it. And then I've got 3 hooks on what we call a cascade, which are on swivels, and each of the swivels has got a little hook on it, so that the hook above clips into that, so that when this splashes down, this is released from the splashdown clip here. That releases the first hook, and that in turn releases the other two hooks. So it means that when we're casting out, we're trying to cast long distances, the baits stay intact and they don't flail around, which will limit the range of the cast. So that's the idea behind it. We're fishing for plaice predominantly in daylight. Plaice are a sight feeding fish, and so that we only tend to catch them in the daylight. You can catch them occasionally at night. But they're looking out for things that catch their eye, and which is why we put these arrays of beads above the hook to sort of draw their beady eye, as it's such. They're quite predatory, and they come in and they take the bait. And we like plaice because they're not the greatest fighting fish, but they are lovely to eat. What time's high water, do you know? Half 9? Okay, what time is it now? Must be about 8, isn't it? 20 to 8. All right, okay. I'm just wondering, I've got a big bank here, and I'm wondering how I'm going to fish it, because I'm going to have to go to the other side of it, I guess. Okay, so what we're fishing with on the other rod is soft crab. So these are crabs that have just peeled and haven't hardened up yet. So in the wild they'd be quite vulnerable, hiding under rocks, or quite often if it's a female, it'll be clenched on the belly of a male. And smoothhounds love them. I mean, smoothhounds will take hardbacks, to be quite honest. Now, where's my elastic? Right, so this crab is determined to escape, but we're not going to allow it. And the way I like to rig them up is I put the hook in from the side, as far through the body as I can, so it comes out of the middle of its back, just beyond the middle of its back. So we've got a hook nice and proud through there. We've got a pennel hook on above it, which we're gonna rope into the setup in a minute. Gather the legs together on one side. Tie those all together up the line. So we're tying them all up the line there, so it keeps it all nicely in line. Okay, and then making sure that the hook stays proud, we'll tie it onto the hook. Tie the body onto the hook, being careful not to mash the hook with the elastic. You can see the juice dripping out of that already. Obviously we want that juice to be out in the water really. And then we bring our pennel into play. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook that onto this package that is the legs. And then just a couple of little turns around that just to hold it all together. And there we have it. Now this little short snood has got a cascade swivel at the top of it, which is all part of my versatility rig. So that is going to clip onto a long flowing trace, and the top swivel on the cascade on the rig will come down and pull down into there, so hold it nice and compact for the cast. So we'll look at that in a second. Okay, so here we go. So you've got your breakaway lead is clipped into place. You've got the splash down that the hook, main hook, is clipped into there, which will release as soon as the lead hits the water. You've got this little short snood we talked about with a cascade link on it, and this swivel pulls down through that pulley and clips into place there, and then the long flowing trace, we just tuck it up through that little tube just so it keeps it out of the way for the cast, so it's not snagging itself around the line. And as soon as that hits the water, this releases, this pulls up through and pulls the flowing trace out of that little bit of tube, and we're sitting fishing a long flowing trace out in the tide. That's the plan anyway. So. Right, well, after that initial flurry, it's all gone a little bit quiet. Moved up the beach. There's a bit of a strange scour behind the top of the beach here. I anticipate I might have to paddle to get to my rods on in a little while, but we'll see. I've freshened my baits up. I've got 2 good baits out there. Just to sit and wait time. Repeatedly they go off the boil a little bit in the last hour of the ebb and the first hour of the flood, so it might be that we're not going to see much more tonight, but exciting night nonetheless, and I'm well made up with that Smoothound and with that Plaice. That was definitely my PB Smoothound off the beach, and possibly my PB Plaice for off the beach. I've had bigger Plaice out at sea, but not off the beach, so well happy. Like most things, I wish I'd had a little bit more time to prepare and get myself set up for it, but hey, it was exciting. It was exciting. Thought we were on for a really manic session tonight, but it seems to have gone a bit quiet now. Still loads of people fishing down here. I think they're all of the same opinion. They know the Smoothounds are in. Just imagine they've scoured the markets for peeler crabs, and they've been underneath rocks looking for hard shells and what have you. So I should imagine crab, it's not a good time to be a crab. It's a bit like being a turkey at Christmas, I guess. But anyway, so keep your fingers crossed. It's not over until a very large leady starts to sing. The gully behind me is actually starting to fill up with water. Right, well, ordinarily I'd be doing a catch and cook on the beach, but because it was kind of a bit lastminute.com that I was going to come fishing tonight, all I've got is beans and sausages, but they're about done. So I reckon they are probably done. So we'll put a bit of our not so secret Tabasco in there just to give it a little bit of a zest. Put the kettle on, and of course, what have I forgot to bring? A cup. So we're going to have to improvise somehow. So a bit of Tabasco in there. Whoa! Close.
Like you bought the wellies, isn't it?
Hey, I still got soaked.
Did ya?
Yeah.
No.
Had to run through the water because my rod was going down the beach.
Oh shit. We pulled it over.
Right?
You pulled it over.
Pulled it over and then started dragging the rod down the beach.
Tripod?
Yeah, it's on a stick there.
Tripod one.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, okay. Nah, you have to look over there.
Oh.
Maybe you'll see in there, will it?
Don't know. Oh.
Awesome! Nice one, isn't it? That is a nice one.
Oh. Ooh.
It's a little red light. Oh yeah, film me.
I don't know.
Yeah, film. That's cool. Look at that beauty. I don't know what that weighs. Must be getting on for 8 pounds.
4 kilos.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
beauty.
It's only just hooked in the corner of the mouth. Oh, beauty. Made up with that. That is got about, well, that's definitely my PB. It's beaten my PB, which is the one I caught earlier.
Got a load.
Fantastic. Right. You film it, put the camera towards it as it swims away. Thanks, mate. Thanks very much.
Yeah.
You want to check out my YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Yeah. And get you in it. Yeah. You'll be starring in the YouTube channel as cameraman. So you have to tell me what your name is. What's your name?
Leighton.
Leighton.
Smith.
Leighton Smith. All right, Leighton. So I'll put you as credits, cameraman Leighton Smith.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Fantastic. It's the aftermath of that fish. Completely demolished my tripod. Right. So definitely, the way to guarantee a bite is to cook yourself some sausage and beans, because my sausage and beans are cremated, but what the heck, that was awesome. That was amazing. And this is what the little horse mackerel are after, is shoals and shoals and shoals of whitebait. Now this little whitebait will come over this shingle bar and then they'll trap you. Once they can get out, when the tide goes out, they'll just be left single feed. Yeah, huge shoals of little tiny whitebait. Well, yeah, Bertie bass. Woohoo! First species of the night. Nice bass. I'm going to get a hook in the hand. Nice bass. Nice little bass. Well made up with that. Well made up with that. So this little lagoon here has just a tide over the top of it. You've got lots of little whitebait in here, but just a jellyfish. Where's it? Oh, there it is. Look at that. That's beautiful. Lace.